What is up, everybody? KodaMadGamer, and yes, I am back. I know it's been a while. First my internet started acting up, and when I finally got that finished and fixed and everything, then wouldn't you know, my controller cracked and the joystick went all crazy and everything. So I had to have it sent off and fixed, and that took forever. But I finally got it back so I can resume doing everything I was doing. But I'm thankful that you all waited for me and that you are still here, and I have to thank you for that. But now that I'm back, the first video I want to bring you is I would like to share some tips on questing. And the first round I'm going to do is going to be for Crimson Cauldron and Golden Trophy. These are just tips that help me. It's not, they're not going to help everybody. Some people, they do things their way. Some people do it their way. I hope that they'll help you. I really do. But some people, I know they won't. I just hope they do. So, with that, let's get started. Alright, guys. My first tip, always use your holsters. Now, both in Crimson Cauldron and Golden Trophy, you've got one holster. That is your back holster. I know everybody knows it, but not everybody uses it. It's really helpful. Like, as I always run with my bow and a sword on my back. Now, if you don't like the bow, you don't need it. Throw a shield on your back. Then you've got your shield. Well, alright then. Stay on my back. You can run double swords, and then when you need it, you got a shield. Put another sword on your back. Have 3 swords. It don't matter. Just remember to use your holster. You never know when you'll need it. It's just one of those things, like I said, everybody knows that it's there. But I see people going in with nothing on their back and dying and being like, if you would have carried a sword, that goblin would have never got you. Alright, guys. Tip. That's only one. Tip 2. Now, when it comes to questing, I see people all the time using, like when they use a bow, they always just come in and spray arrows like this. It's a waste of energy. Even if you can't just hit your shot every time, don't just spam them. It burns a lot of energy. Really. So I always love just these accurate single shots compared to, just coming up here and, ooh. If you can't hit it with a double shot, I don't see the point in wasting the energy, Now, something like this, take him out with double shots. You can spray arrows there. But, like I said, when it comes to distance, I would pick accuracy over speed. It's just a lot more efficient if I can hit the thing. And then when they get close like that, then you spam. But every time you miss an arrow, it's just a waste. So, let me get this guy. Anyway. Alright guys, tip 3. Now, I see a lot of people, just gonna dodge these for a second. When they come up against flyers like this, they just, either, like the last thing I said, spam, or they'll rush them with a sword. If you've got rush them with a sword's not bad. That's not what I was saying. But with a bow, these guys aren't hard. There's only 2 of them. But the point I was getting across is when you get surrounded, use your entire play space. Don't just stand there. I mean, if you need to, like when I was surrounded, you can crouch, you can sidestep, you can lean, anything that you need to do to get out of the way of that fireball. That way you don't get hit. I mean, if you need to, like I said, just crouch under it. Or if you are on walking and the fireball's a bit lower and you can't crouch under it, jump over it. Now, if you're on teleport, you can't quite do that. But, I mean, like when you're the only one up and you've got all these flyers around you, you're not gonna, you're gonna have a lot of these fireballs flying towards you. So you're not gonna be able to just stand here. That's, yeah. Basically what I'm saying is move around. You don't want to just stand. Hiya. Anyway, yeah, so. Now, tip 4, I believe. Now, barrel guys. The green ones, I'm sure y'all know that. Green ones just go in a straight line. The red ones spin. Now, these guys are a lot scarier looking than they are to take down. They're actually pretty easy. Now, if you have a sword, it's just 3 clean hits to their back, like this. Oh, if I can get one. Alright. Taking 2 on is harder than 1. Okay, there we go. Now it's just 1. Like I said, 3 hits to the back of the sword, and I think it's either 4 or 5 arrows to the back. Just let him charge, and then boom, 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 boom. And he's down. Now I'm going to kill this one with arrows, just to show you. They're not that bad. Let him go by, and then let him charge again. It's alright if you don't kill him on the first hit. Because as long as you dodge the charge, they won't get you. And there. They're just easy to get. Alright. Now, when on Golden Trophy, it's easy to get S rank. But on the other quests, not so much. Now, I know I just said this is for Golden Trophy and Crimson Cauldron. But this one kind of applies to all of them. Now, when you're trying to get S rank on a quest, I know everybody knows that the pots are here, I know. But use them. There's enough of these in a level to get you plenty of extra points. Plenty. Enough to cover multiple deaths worth. And they can be, like I just showed you, in spots that you don't even see. So you could miss them. Like, there were a couple up here, and if you don't go down this little hallway, you would have missed 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 750 points right there. Just in this hallway, this little hideaway, and that's 750. That would be added on to your score. I mean, like I said, I know it's a really simple tip, but it's a really useful one. Just if you're trying to get it, use them. I know it's a pain, but they help. Alright, now number 6. I've had a lot of people ask about double shotting. Now, yes, it is something you can learn, but it also takes, I can't hit that pot, a lot of practice. The way I shoot, before I go on, I'll explain a little bit. I shoot down here, which people think's kind of weird, but the reason I do it is because the sword on my back. If I shoot up here, I end up grabbing the sword and dying. So I shoot down here, so don't criticize me. But pretty much, like I said, you have to practice. Double shot is, as you pull back, you'll double click your trigger and it releases 2 arrows. Now, like I said, you're not going to be really good at it right away. I'm not even really good at it. I'm still pretty inaccurate after a couple years. But, I mean, I don't put like a lot of time into it. Kind of do, kind of don't. Oh well. But anyway, yeah, it just play the quest, move your bow around different angles, different speeds, see what works for you, and practice, practice, practice. And double shotting can be extremely helpful and can get you a lot of, I guess, you can do a lot more damage a lot quicker using it. But I mean, like I said in the first tip, in my earlier tips, I'll rephrase it. Double shotting at a distance can be less accurate than a nice controlled single shot, which I find aggravating, which is why I single shot at distance usually. Now, just keep at it, and eventually you'll find out how it works for you. And then once you've started to get the hang of it, just keep working. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, it is just something that you'll have to really figure out. And then once you can do it at a slower pace, and then once you've learned how to do it at that slower pace, start speeding it up. Start doing it kind of like more like this. And once you start gunning it to where you can get your arrows, then start speeding it up. Just, it's going to take a while. So, anyway, I hope that one helps you. I've tried to explain it to people, and it's a hard thing to explain. So, now, tip 7. This one is going to be on friendly fire / teamwork. I think that's what I'll call it. Now, when you're playing with other people, there's always people with swords that are going to be running out front, unless you're with like a bunch of your friends that always do it. But if you're playing in public lobbies, there's always that one person who grabs a sword and charges at everything. Yeah. Just when you're working together, you really don't want. Oops. You don't want to just charge out because the people behind you with the bows are going to hit you instead of the monsters. And that's going to cost you a lot of gold. And that's just gold. If you're trying to get a higher rank, that's gold you can't, waste. The I heard him behind me. Kind of scared me. But that's when you're working together, you really want to try to not be in each other's way. It's really, I mean, yes, I know sometimes it's hard when you've got, monsters this way behind you, and you've got your sword people out here slashing. Hi, yeah. And then you've got your bow people backing you up. Bow people, archers. But I still got my sword, just making sure. It's more, if you do it in a uniform manner, like you know where everybody is, just no charging. It helps a lot. And then I've always got those people I play with that are just friendly firing for fun. Don't don't do that. It just wastes your points, and if you're playing for a rank, it pretty much wastes your time then. Because if you're trying to get not even S rank, trying to get A rank or something, and you've got two buddies back here shooting each other in the face repeatedly, they're going to waste all your points. Well, they're going to waste all their points and then just leave your points to count. So it's really not fair. I mean, they're back there just wasting all the time, and then you're up here, doing all the work, and then you don't even get a good rank in the end. Like, it happens all the time. It don't bother me because, I've got the stuff, but I know other people it can annoy. That's my dog. Jojo, stop. But it's, whoop, they almost got me. But just don't be back friendly firing each other. It just wastes people's time. If you want to play around, go to paintballers. You know, but yeah. So there's that. Tip 8. Potions. They're not in Golden Trophy, but they are in Crimson Cauldron. They are very useful. I mean, like, I know, just like with the pots, I'm sure you know what they do. They do double damage, if you didn't. But I know a lot of people don't even look at them. I mean, they are extremely useful, especially if you're soloing. Now, you see this room, I mean, you got the barrel guy over here, you got several green guys and two red guys in the back. You can't see the other red guy, but he's right about there. Oh, there he is. They're walking back there. Now, with these potions, every hit does twice the damage, like I said. And the barrel guys, you don't have to hit their back. You can just hit them right in the face or even in the front of the barrel, and it does damage. So you don't even have to watch your arrows with those guys. Now, you're drinking these things, you can clear a room in seconds. I mean, well, with the bow. With the sword, I don't really use a sword very often. I mean, But I mean, even with a sword, you can still do pretty nice damage. But just clear all these guys out. See how much faster that was than. I mean, those potions make life so much easier in Crimson Cauldron. Just so much easier. Nah. They are located throughout the quest on almost every. Actually, I think they are on every level. Let's see. One, two, yeah, they're on every level except the. If I'm correct, don't quote me on this. The final boss, the they're not on. Okay, they're not on the final boss. They're not on the tower stairs. Not on deep mines, and they're not on the first level. But there is a hidden one in the lobby. And yeah, that was the final hint. I got more, but I'm gonna save them for later. Uh, so I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope these tips really help you. Uh, Leave a comment if you have any other questions. I'm more than glad to answer them for you. I really enjoy questing, and I'm definitely going to be doing more content. So I hope y'all have an amazing evening, and I will see y'all there. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'm out.